I'm conflicted because A, it's a free market. And if Wall Street wants to buy up the inventory to sell out, it's nothing different than any other business. But on the flip side of it, I get it because the homes that are available are astronomically higher because the sellers are saying, hey, look, we're going to mark up the price because we're going to find a buyer. It may not be Joe and Betty moving into the neighborhood. It may be, somebody from Wall Street. Wall Street is buying up homes by the billions, but some people are saying a crackdown is looming. Now, my mother-in-law passed away in October, and we sold her house to what's that place called? I cannot think of it off the top of my head. Geez, it's one of those online places where you can sell the home and be on with it. Good gravy! I cannot believe I forgot that. Opendoor. We sold it to Opendoor, and it was honestly fantastic. It was so fantastic because we didn't have to do anything. I called them up. I gave them a virtual tour of the house with my phone, and they gave us an offer. It had a 5% commission fee, and then it had an allowance for them to make repairs. And honestly, speaking to a realtor, it was not far off from what a realtor said we could get, but we could get it now. We could get it right away. We closed 30 days after accepting the offer. And that was awesome, right? We were able to get out of the home right away. Now, there's actually somebody already living there now. And I don't know if they're renting the place or if they bought the place from Opendoor. I would assume that it's more this model right here, where a Wall Street investor has come through, bought the home, and has put it up for rent. That's what I think is happening. But lawmakers are saying investors that scooped up hundreds of thousands of homes to rent out are driving up home prices. I'll tell you what, her home, what do we sell it for? Like the sales price was like $260, but then they took out their commission, took out their repair fees, and ended up being like $220 or something like that. This house was like a $130,000 house a couple years ago, right? So I wasn't mad about the price appreciation with that. But Wall Street went on a home buying spree. Now more lawmakers want to stop it from ever happening again. Democrats in the U.S. Senate and House have sponsored legislation that would force large owners of single-family homes to sell homes to family buyers. A Republicans bill in the Ohio state legislature aims to drive out institutional owners through heavy taxation. I don't know. What do you think about this? Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are. I'm conflicted. I'm conflicted because A, it's a free market. And if Wall Street wants to buy up the inventory to sell out, it's nothing different than any other business, right? It's a total free market when it comes to that. But on the flip side of it, I get it because the homes that are available, right, are astronomically higher because the sellers are saying, hey, look, we're going to mark up the price like my mother-in-law's house was able to. We're going to mark up the price because we're going to find a buyer. It may not be Joe and Betty moving into the neighborhood. It may be, somebody from Wall Street. So my personal opinion is I like the ability for someone to have the American dream, right? Where the American dream is, home ownership, price appreciation. You're able to sell it or give it to your children for so much more money than you paid into it, dozens of years ago. And there is a real limited supply right now. Housing is one of those areas that people are struggling with, not just in the US, but also in other countries. My family and I are traveling to Europe soon, and I was watching different videos, and I watched this one video about Ireland's housing crisis. And I was talking about how housing in the country of Ireland is so unaffordable that nobody's buying houses anymore. And the ones that need a place to live, there was one apartment for rent, and they had a queue like a mile long of people to come and check it out. Now that's supply and demand at its finest, but it's supply and demand with people's lives. And that's where I kind of have a breakdown, right? I don't like the idea of having supply and demand with people's lives, people's livelihood, right? I talked to somebody one day who sold their home. This was at a financial institution. This person worked at the institution. She sold her home, made a good money or good profit on that, made good profit on it. And then she's renting her home, which is much smaller, for so much more than she was paying in her mortgage. And I'm like, why? What was the point of this? You're losing money every month now. So this is a real problem out there. I'm very curious to hear what your opinions are in the comments. Homeowner associations for years have sought to stop investors from buying and renting out houses in their neighborhoods. legislative proposals represent a new effort by elected officials to regulate Wall Street's appetite for single-family homes. Isn't the whole New World Order thing, you'll own nothing and be happy? Well, maybe this is exactly what they're trying to do. You're not going to own a home and you're going to be happy about it. Lawmakers say the investors have scooped up hundreds of thousands of houses to rent out, are contributing to the dearth of homes for sale and driving up home prices. They argue that investor buying has made it harder for first-time buyers to compete with Wall Street-backed investment firms with their all-cash offers. Yeah, for sure. I know there was a person here, so I live in Texas, who this was a couple years ago. This was pre-COVID. This was because it was in the office, right? It was 2018, 2019. He was just trying to buy a house and he couldn't. Every single house that came on the market was off the market within 72 hours with an all cash buyer. Probably these investment firms right here, right? Investors of all sizes spent billions of dollars buying homes during the pandemic. At the 2022 peak, they bought more than 1 in every 4 single family homes sold. So 25% at least is just being gobbled up. 2 of the largest home buying firms, Innovation Homes and AMH, are publicly traded companies, while a number of other companies are backed by private equity and other portfolios. Companies that buy single-family homes say their businesses provide renters the opportunity to live in desirable neighborhoods where they otherwise wouldn't be able to afford it. They got a point. They got a point. But it's also keeping homeowners out of those neighborhoods. So I'm just really curious. I'm conflicted in both ways because I see the free market aspect of it. I see how people are really pissed about the situation. So I'm conflicted. I don't know what the right answer is here. You tell me in the comments, what is the right answer? I do want to take a look at this one here. I was looking at different real estate stocks and I came across EXP World Holdings in the real estate sector. And we actually got a sell signal on that. When did we get that sell signal? Oh, it came through today. We got a sell signal today on XP. And I don't know, maybe this is one of the companies that is going to be on the hook once these regulations come through. And so people are saying, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and take my money and get out now. So we did get a sell signal on XP. And if you look at the performance summary, you can see Outlier has a 715% return. Holy moly. Versus buy and hold at 100.81. So Outlier is super outperformed buy and hold, 700% return. That's pretty awesome. You know what else is pretty awesome? I want to send you a free buy and sell signal every single day to your inbox. And the way to get free buy and sell signals sent to you every day in your inbox is by going to freeaitrades.com. And you'll get signals just like this one sent to your inbox so you never miss out. So let's take a look at what the internet has to say about this. Oh boy, here we go. Government crackdown on Wall Street buying homes from families. Wall Street has spent billions buying homes. A crackdown is looming. So I'm curious to see what these people are saying. Right, nice. Can't come soon enough. Unfortunately, I expect that whatever the sausage machine put out will probably be some bastardized version of what should be a simple 1-paragraph bill with exemptions, credits, and 10-year phase-in or some ridiculous equally ridiculous provisions. Always is, but it will be some sort of win from the sales. If some type of law passes, I guarantee there will be some type of grandfather clause. Let's see what else. Unless they go after the TikTok investors class, InvestBro. Hey, I would be considering this. An InvestBro or 4,000 doors and an LLC, this will do nothing. I don't have 4,000 doors. Too late. The damage is already done. So that's really interesting, right? I mean, if 25% of all homes are being bought out by Wall Street investors, who's going to be left to buy any homes? Are there any homes that are going to be left whenever they do come on the market? Hey, YouTube thinks you're going to love one of these 2 videos, right? I don't know how the YouTube algorithm works, but it says these are going to be awesome for you to watch today. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's Outlier Live. I'll see you in the next episode.